Well. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope we're all doing good. I'm just trying to clean this inventory here before things spiral out of control too much. And I sort of lose a lot of stuff. So an interesting thing happened last night. Now that we're done with the Kralkatite, I'm pretty sure I'm at a point where I can do any reward track I like. For the first time since launch, there's literally no unique reward left in any reward track for me. Does that make sense? There's no currency I can build into unique reward. There's no unique reward being directly offered. The choice of reward track is purely a matter of economy. And why don't half of this appear on the sell list? Oh, it's because they're fucking login rewards. Level up rewards. And that's it. So I could go back to doing the core tracks to start getting ascended. Fuck, I should use my gobbler today as well. We should sell some of these thousands of things. One of the guys I've been PvPing with, though, Knocked, you might be in chat at the moment, did point out that in the Ice Brood rewards track, Ice Brood Saga, there's a box which they're going to update with each episode of every chapter of the Living World. So we're going to look at that, and we'll maybe utilize those. But yeah, I could kind of do anything I want at the moment. Alright, so let's get rid of that. Now let's go do the gobblers, I guess, first of all. And Boots kind of gave me a topic of conversation here in a minute too. I'm just messaging him on Discord. Something about the studio. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. Let's go machete. Oh, he's just scroll through. Even though I fully don't really intend to spend any of that stuff, I think. Oh wait, what are we missing now? Oh, that's still Dragonite. I'm just gonna do the Bloodstone stuff, and then maybe Dragonite only have 99 Imperial Fragments. Maybe I'll leave the other ones until I see they're up at 500 again. But the Shards of Glory we definitely want to do. And then we want to withdraw some more. So let's just go do that. Oh, a new trailer came out today. Really? Oh, well, this is going to be one of those shitty streams then. Where all stream people are just going to be asking me about the trailer. No, I haven't. And no, I don't want to talk about it unless I do it in a video. This is the. Oh, we just chat. It's just okay. Listen, I'll make this a slightly shorter. We'll go the general same length here. I will make this a slightly shorter stream. Can you guys in chat just do me a massive favor? Can you just fight off the onslaught, the avalanche of people that are going to be asking me about the trailer on this stream? Because I will watch it. I will do it, but I'll do it in a video. Oh, that's interesting. The fact that there's a trailer for episode 1 kind of counterbalances a little bit of how I'm feeling with this other thing. Okay, so then we use the Shards of Glory. Sorry, am I out already? Oh my god, I am. Interesting. Grant me a wish. I really don't like the UI for that. The Sunspear Redemption wishes. Very strange. Alright. It's interesting how that makes a noise as well. Or was that my golem? I'm not sure. Alright, let's get the audio correct now. Alright, so let's go do some races. And then we'll set up the strike mission and, you know, the standards. Wait, there's a trailer. Did WP talk about it? It says Lambda. With the Kappa on there. Lovely. Yeah, if you guys want to join the squads so that we do the mission together, you're more than welcome to. So I had a bit of more advice about the fractals as well from one of my friends who said he can't watch the stream because it's too cringy while I'm in fractals. He told me in Discord last night. He said it's cringy because I keep pointing out how big the numbers are, which I guess if all you do is PvE, it's like these aren't even big numbers, and he keeps saying they're big, which I think is fair. And then apparently the other thing is what I was kind of not valuing enough about Bane Signet is it is break bar damage, and you can trait to give it to allies when you activate it. So I'll probably make that swap. I'm not sure what line that trait is in or what I currently have instead. I'm pretty sure I have modifiers in most slots. So I would sacrifice a bit of personal damage, but as long as I'm regularly hitting that Bane Signet, I guess the group will gain. So I think. Or maybe I'm just using a Grandmaster that doesn't even have a thing on it. No, Jerry, you don't have to tell people to shut the fuck up. Look, let's just be very clear, right? If someone wants to know something, like that guy that innocently asked yesterday or 2 days ago, hey, how many hours have you got played? They're not, we shouldn't be rude to them just because they're asking a question everyone else says. They're doing something very innocent and normal. It's not their fault. I don't think that we should be rude to them. I know I can get a little bit snappy myself. That's just because I'm an indisciplined dickhead, pretty much. But I don't, as a principle, want to encourage that. So yeah, no one is innocent. You know, we had that conversation a stream before where we talked about if you take 1 million people, there is going to be one person out of that million who is the nicest guy, and there's going to be one person who's the meanest guy or whatever. I wonder, and then, you know, you take that to 10 million, whatever. I think we talked about the billionth evil person and how there's like 7 of them in the world and how crazy, you know. Anyway, I wonder how that feels like in terms of innocence. Who is the person on Earth that has literally had the cleanest, most moral, ethical, they have their own personal code, they have the code of their community and their broader society, and they've never deviated a fucking budge from it? I wonder who that person is. Someone does it. Someone is that guy. And I guess the opposite would be some thieving, manipulating, lying, cheating. Probably someone, hopefully someone caught by authorities and in jail, but you never know. Alright, let's go to lists. No luck on all of that stuff. I'm talking about a baby. I don't know, Matt. Well, I guess, yeah, actually, because if a baby has no way of understanding society's rules or its own rules, how can it, by any judgment, be... Like, you can't put morals and ethics onto an entity that doesn't understand them, right? That's why we don't judge animals in that way, and we don't judge babies in that way. That's true. That must be quite an interesting thing about being a parent, as that slowly adapts and changes, and you do start having to... Like, when is it first appropriate to start punishing your kid? It's when it understands that it's done something wrong. You shouldn't punish something that doesn't understand it's done something wrong. Right? Or maybe you do. Like, you punish a dog if it's pooed everywhere, because you have to punish it so that it stops pooing. The punishment of the innocent. Is that always true? Does someone get punished while internally innocent the first time? Is that the only way we adapt to the broader world's rules? Until at least we have, like, a lot of language. I was thinking about German efficiency the other day, right? And I was thinking about... You know, there's that whole thing where it's basically like we as Homo sapiens on planet Earth, we're like this incredible force of intelligence, and we do all these things, and we know all these things, and so on and so on and so on. But how that feels like it's kind of unlocked through language, right? I was wondering, like, you take that general principle, and I wonder how... literally the spoken language, the first language, the native language that someone learns, and the way it's structured, its syntax, its word length, its, you know, mindset, right? I wonder how that affects and augments someone's, like, cognitive capacity as they go through life. Do you get what I mean? But basically what I'm saying is I wonder if, you know, Germans are renowned as being efficient, as one example, one stereotype. I wonder if that is born from the makeup of the very language they speak. Thus, their minds are geared in a certain way to tackle problems in a certain way and live life in a certain way. You know? And therefore, if we accept that's true, if we acknowledge it's true that language is unlocked, in general, has unlocked a lot of capacity for humans, in general, then we must accept that different flavors of language have the capacity to create more intelligent or less intelligent people, right? Or more capable or less capable people for various tasks, right? So, all that in mind, I wonder what the true ultimate human language is or should be. I can almost guarantee none of us speak it at the moment, you know? Or maybe never will. But that's an interesting thought, isn't it? you know, that would just create these incredibly, like, sturdy, brainy, kind of centered people. Best equipped to handle life as we now know it, you know, because life as we know it now is not the same as the life our forebears evolved in, right? The kind of things we have to think about and deal with are very, very different and sort of require different patterns of thinking. Fuck, man, I'm just trying to turn around. I'm not trying to run into it. Anyway, so we can get that. So, yeah, all right, so here's the little topic. A while ago, after the layoffs earlier in the year, and when some devs chose to quit, I had a private conversation with Boots where we were talking about how bummed out we were about that fact, right? And, you know, will the studio be the same or whatever? And, you know, so, like, I met a couple of devs, and I missed meeting a couple of devs that I always thought I would meet eventually. I always thought, you know, I'd have a conversation. Well, some devs that I met before but never really had a good conversation with, I kind of wanted to eventually. You know, and there's sort of a feeling that that's going to happen. And then the layoffs happened, and then you find some devs even voluntarily leave, and that their heart is not as into the franchise as yours is anymore, as guided by the studio. And, you know, that's depressing or whatever. Anyway, you know, I had a bit of a conversation with Boots about the various names that we'd been impacted by, and, you know, just the sheer quantity of them, pretty much, you know, and that there's so many. Anyway, in that last conversation, I was still fairly optimistic. And, you know, I pointed out several other people that were still there, and, you know, it was pretty cool. And I thought, well, you know, there's still several around, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he just sent me a link on Discord. Apparently another one of them's gone, so someone who I think a lot of you guys will recognize as a part of the early raiding teams, I think, and some of the oversight for that. I knew her as a part of the Tequatl release stuff, I think, and Triple Trouble Worm. And didn't she do some Living World things as well? Anyway, Crystal Reed just tweeted today saying she's leaving as well now. So there was it's sort of a situation of another one bites the dust kind of thing. And for the first time, really, I was kind of in Boots' camp today when I saw that tweet. I was like, fuck, man. It really does feel like most of the names I knew, genuinely, over the past 6 months, have filtered out. Have really filtered out. Have chose to stay after the initial layoffs, but seem to just not be able to hack it anymore and don't want to be there and want to take probably a higher paid position, let's be real, in another area, in another studio in the Seattle area. So anyway, she's at Bungie now. There's a lot of stuff that keeps telling me that I need to look back at Bungie, to be honest. But hey. Yeah, Kerry, a bunch of people, I'm assuming, are going to come into chat talking about the trailer today. What? Wait, and you think it looks amazing as well? That's cool. Genuinely one of the best trailers they've ever done. Really? Now that she said that, I'm genuinely like interested, because usually she's way more lukewarm about the trailers than I am. So, yeah, anyway, there's all that sort of cynicism or whatever right there, but then you guys tell me there's a new trailer, so that kind of counterbalances it a bit. We should ban everyone who mentions the trailer. There's no way you're banning her. Fuck, I keep double-clicking that 10-slot leather bag thinking it's a container. We're never getting anything out of that. Alright, we got 9 out of 10. That's really good with the squad, guys. Well done. Let's go do it, then. Anodic says ArenaNet is not a sinking ship. Well, there's so many facets to this, you know. Like, I think there is sort of a, like a break in, there's something illogical that I'm doing, alright? I'm not being very Vulcan here. Because the thing is, just because I recognize a dev's name, just because their name's been at the head of a blog post, or they've been around for a while, or they've been on the stream and they've been personable, it doesn't mean, and just because, you know, I like them, and I get a sense of, you know, familiarity and understanding of what the studio is or whatever from all these years, and you see these little moments. Just because of all of that, it doesn't mean that they were a particularly positive force for the game as it's being developed. Now, that's almost an offensive thing to acknowledge and point out, but it's true, really. So, you know, it's not inherently a bad thing just to see names you recognize leaving. It's not bad just because you recognize the names, you know? So, you never know, you know. I still believe, above everything, you should just think of the studio as a whole, not its constituent developers. And I believe you should judge the content for the content's sake. Alright? If Icebreed Saga comes out and smashes it, I really don't care who's making it. I really don't. And, you know, let merit speak for itself. Let talent speak for itself. Let the people who are working, you know, there's nothing saying that they can't blow our socks off and we'll be like, holy shit, the game is in a really good place and trending upwards and it's awesome. And I still don't, as far as the game itself is concerned, see any real difference in how it's being handled since Season 3. I think we're on the same thing since Season 3. The only change is that currently we're not in an expansion, and instead we're having like another season back-to-back, which I can swallow as long as it means they're making like some other game, you know, that hopefully they'll get out for 2021, 2022 or something like that. If all of that's the situation, I think we're on a pretty sturdy even kill ship, but, you know, so there is that thing to acknowledge. And it's pretty tacky to say, you know, it's pretty tacky to see let's say treasured dev of any kind leave the studio and then say, oh, well, they might have been shit anyway. They might have been a part of the problem and now they're gone. You know, it's easy to say that. Sorry, it's difficult to say that and it's tacky to say that, but there might be something in there. So anyway, there you go. Oh, is Reddit talking about it? I haven't actually seen. It's really funny, right? I used to live and breathe for that Reddit. I used to read it all the time. And I used to get a lot of information from that Reddit. And I used to, you know, fairly respect what people said and all that kind of stuff. And to an extent, I still do. But I'm very rarely on it anymore. I remember when Heart of Thorns was coming out and I went out to do the press events for that. I spoke to a guy that's no longer working there, a guy called Ramon. And we were having breakfast, and I can't remember what prompted the conversation, but I do remember this very specific moment where someone at the table, I think it was me, had mentioned the Reddit and, like, how they had been negative maybe about something. And anyway, he looked across, and I remember him looking me dead in the eye, and he said, well, you know, the Reddit isn't everything. The Reddit isn't the whole community. And I remember when he said that to me, thinking he was an out-of-touch fool that just couldn't hack it if the Reddit was being sour, you know, because to me the Reddit was really important, and to me the Reddit was a big deal if you were getting, you know, that core audience of the game was so disenfranchised and salty and whatever. That was a problem to me, and I thought you had to take it really seriously. But these days, and I thought, you know, it was just him hiding basically to say that the Reddit's not that important. It's just hiding. But these days I honestly read the Reddit so little, I'm on board with what he said. It's kind of weird. Like, I really think the game can chug along, and the people in the game can chug along, and it really doesn't matter. I should read it just to have a bit of information, I guess. But it's very strange how that's twisted for me. And I would now sit on his side of the table, I think, and be genuine when I nod and say, oh, yeah, you know, and offer some platitude in response to a comment that I don't believe in. He wants rum. The only thing about this event that's annoying is other people stealing your order. It's nice to see it up, though. I'm not going to put the audio on just because it's going to drown me out. And we all know that I'm the star of the show. Alright, we'll do this. Go, 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 go. Okay, good. That's our 10th drink. What does he want this time? More rum. Yo ho, me hearties. Alright, there you go. That's that done. Watched a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean clips on YouTube lately. YouTube is giving me all of these, like, film clips. And I'm, like, greedily watching them up. Like, I was watching Groundhog Day clips yesterday. And deleted scenes from Groundhog Day. Now I've been watching lots of Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. Those first 3 movies were so good. It's such a shame that the third one was, like, as convoluted as it was and a bit silly as it was. It went a bit epic fantasy when it wasn't quite that epic before. And I think it sort of jarred people a bit, and it was just a bit too much packed in. But it's still a great movie. Groundhog Day's got here. I don't actually think Groundhog Day's that great of a movie. I think it's got a really good premise that it executes well. I think there's a lesson in world building and the irrelevance of explaining your magic. We talked about that a bit the other day, didn't we? And yeah, I think Groundhog Day is a good example of that. You literally have a movie built around some weird magical phenomenon, and the movie does nothing to explain it, and the movie's great. Because you don't need to explain everything. Yeah, let's see. If we want to play Fractals, you guys can join on me now. And in fact, I think it's stronger for not explaining. Not just because of the airtime that you would need to dedicate and how that would usurp the principle of the story. You know, that story wants to explore the effects of its magic. It doesn't want to explore the creation of its magic, you know. And I think when I was a lot younger, I always thought that you had to explore the creation of things, but you really don't. And anyway, so it's a stronger movie, not just because it saves all that airtime and it doesn't contaminate what it's trying to tell, but it's a better movie just because it's not explained, because that fact in and of itself fosters like discussion about it later, and you get all these weird people like asking about it in interviews and trying to talk about it on the drive home, and well, what's this thing about a witch and all that kind of stuff, you know. So yeah, I'm a big believer in it now. The enthusiastic Lost viewing watcher that was me in my teenage years would hate to see what I've become, but I really do believe in it. Have I seen Russian Doll? Netflix show like Groundhog Day, but better. No, I haven't. Groundhog Day was a big inspiration for me back when I used to do a lot of world building. I liked the idea of having like a fantasy world where there's essentially a bunch of Bill Murrays in it, in Groundhog Day, and they don't know why they're looping, where they're looping, but they've been doing it for untold years. So, but so in this world, there are certain places, like Punxsutawney, where Bill Murray got stuck in his loop. There are certain areas, just a couple dotted around, where there are these Bill Murrays, and these places are like super religious, like spiritual places, because the people have been influenced by these essentially gods. They're not gods; they're just looping so much that they know everything is going to happen and can manipulate and augment stuff, right? But so, like, we don't know anything about the Bill Murrays or what they're doing, but they are there, and they're in these places, and the people who live there and the inhabitants have a sense that there's, like, some guy with a superpower nearby somehow or whatever. But when he chooses to affect you or not is completely up to his whim and all this kind of stuff. So I think that's a really cool idea, like a profound idea. Yeah, I'm going to do the whole trailer thing after the stream. All right, so we are going to do Fractals, so let's have a look here. That is because... Wait, what does the improper username say? Sorry, I'm missing a lot of chat. The Reddit is so salty. I find it amusing when somebody posts complaining about the game and saying they sunk 10k hours into the game, and now they have nothing to do, so the game is terrible. You got 10k hours of the game. That's amazing. Well, I don't know whether I actually agree with the fundamentals of what you're saying there, you know. It's... I mean... I think as far as the company is concerned, yeah, that to a certain degree, they probably got their money's worth out of you. If you played 10,000 hours, those are 10,000 hours of you making the game look populated, you joining communities, you making other people happy, roping other people playing into longer, and so on and so on and so on. And then eventually some amount of you or the people you influence by gems, they probably got their money out of you after 10,000 hours. So you are kind of irrelevant, I get it. But there is something to be said about... if the echo chamber is negative, then it becomes a barrier to new potential 10,000 hour people. Do you get what I mean? If I have 10,000 hours and I shit all over the game, it's not really... I still have some power, I think. Some. Because it's not about me anymore. I'm just trying to stop other people get up to 10k hours, you know? And I don't know, word of mouth is this weird thing on the internet where people take it really seriously. They take it really seriously. Even if the mouth that is speaking is like unverifiable in what it's saying, and we don't actually know where it's coming from, or you know, or it's massaging the truth in ways. So I don't know. I think that they do have a little bit of power. But I'll tell you, I've told you guys before, I really think that Reddit... okay, and then the response, the chat response was That is because MMOs are a personification of the eternal conflict within the player, wanting to finish the game to a reasonable degree as best you can while also loathing that you have. The eternal chase of an ending, but also being disappointed there's an end to your experience. It's an internal conflict of a game genre. Well, I think you're getting a bit overly theoretic about game design on that. That is an answer for sure. It's an answer, but you know, that leads us into a role play, theme park versus sandbox and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's go to uncat. I guess we could do the higher uncat. I'll just do this one for now. Let's put Bane Signet on. And let's check what this Grandmaster trait is. Oh, so we don't run Righteous Instincts. Oh, I guess because this is irrelevant in PvE. Fucking all this stuff is irrelevant in PvE. Alright, perfect inscriptions. So our Signets recharge quicker, are stronger, and then when I activate it, I give it to my allies. Alright, cool. I are ready. Yeah, no, the thing with the Reddit to me is... and by the way, it's not that the Reddit doesn't often have things to say. It really does have things to say. But I think the whole turning it sour thing, it's all when the devs acknowledge that they read it, and when the devs actively encouraged asking for feedback on it through those AMAs. I think that's when they contaminated the Reddit. And I'm not sure it will actually change back now. Reddit in general is getting a bit more of a place where... Fuck, I can't believe that. I'm just going to blame that on the fact I'm a char. Like, Reddit in general is getting to becoming a bit of a place where instead of, like, fan discussion, for the sake of discussion, you know, where true feedback can be gleaned, it's a platform to get your problem aired, right? Reddit in general is becoming more of that. A platform to get your issue aired. Whether that's some big social issue, whether that's some, you know, disgraceful foreign power doing things in Hong Kong, in your opinion. If that's, you know, video games you play, it doesn't matter. That's kind of what Reddit's becoming, you know. So, to a certain degree, it's not ArenaNet's fault, but they definitely stoked the fires with the way that they handled it in terms of their developer interactions on there. That's what I think. I think they should have kept silent in general about Reddit. I wonder if the answer is... See, the thing is, it would be so difficult to make a fan forum. So, can I break his bar? Is there any point in me pressing that? I probably shouldn't have. I wonder if the 3 is smarter or the 4. It'd be so difficult to make it like a new Guild Wars guru kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I kind of want to ball them up, but I wouldn't know how. The weakness is crazy in Fractals. You know, where essentially what you do is you have that very clean place where there is discussion about the game, but it's not... No one is there expecting the devs to read it. It is pure just fan response. That's it. No one is there thinking about the devs. And so when people talk about legitimate concerns and stuff, it's the stuff that seeks through the cracks, you know. You can really figure it out. I had a moment... I don't know whether I've ever talked about this in public. I think I can now because it was so long ago. Here, I got an interesting thing for you guys. Some of you in chat will know if I've talked about this before. I had a moment when I went out for the Path of Fire stuff to the studio. I had been actively raiding at that point. I've been logging in every week and I was raiding. Doing a raid with maybe 6 people I knew and 4 people that I didn't know. And we would just log in, we would do it. Some of us talked a lot, some of us didn't talk that much. That was right before Path of Fire came out, right? So I don't know what wing we were on at that point. Anyway, I went out to the studio, and at one point a guy came up to me. I had no idea who he was. I can't even remember his name. I'm sorry to you, whoever that was. Can't even remember his name. But he came up to me, and he said, hey, by the way, I raid with you. I was like, what? And he said, yeah, I can't remember if he was a dev or if he was in QA, or I think he was in QA. I think he was quite new at the studio. I don't think he was like in any senior or prominent position or anything like that. But he worked at the studio, and he had been raiding with me, and he hadn't announced that he worked at the studio or anything like that. He'd just been quietly in the background and listening to us and playing with us, but getting a sense of what we thought about raids and stuff, and he'd just been playing with us. And that's like an interesting thing to me, because that's kind of like, you kind of get true feedback from that as well. I bet there's tons of World versus World communities that have had similar things, where they've basically been infiltrated by a dev, you know, and who listens to what they say and talk about, when it's not about getting dev attention. It's purely, okay, this is the game, this is what it is. And like when we used to do Triple Trouble and tech and stuff, again, there were like devs lingering around, so you know, it's not like they can't find feedback. So maybe it's okay if the Reddit gets contaminated. I don't know. Maybe in the end it's all a non-issue. Maybe just let people do what they want to do. Maybe I've got too much time thinking. But yeah, that was kind of interesting. I always thought. Oh, did I get a donation? I'm sorry. Let me just kill old Tom. I'll let them do the jump puzzle. I'll read the donation in the meantime. As someone who works in QA dev work, it's never a good idea to tell people what you've worked on unless you're in an interview. What makes you say that? All right, let's see. Did I really just get a donation? Let's have a look. For fuck's sake. Dude, this website is horrendous. It's got so many problems. Oh my god, Anonymous. They didn't put their name on it. Anonymous. Hey, WP, I know you being a content creator streamer can be very stressful at times, but your streams and videos help me to get through depression. Just want to let you know it's appreciated. Thank you. Thanks very much. I'm getting so many like sympathetic messages from you guys. Really, I don't deserve that. Honestly, my life isn't hard. It's really not. Thank you, everybody. It's very lovely of you. $25. That's a huge amount of money. Thank you very, very, very much. That's lovely of you. And hey, I'm glad to hear that you're getting through depression yourself. And that that things are looking up for you. I really am. All right. Wait, donations with the plural. There wasn't another one, was there? No, there wasn't. All right. Okay. Let me. If I GG, will I be up there? I will, right? Oh, they got in combat. Well, someone's in combat. I'll just wait for a second. Oh, there we go. If you talk about what you've worked on, people will bug you non-stop about what's coming on, which if you do, it'll break your NDA and you'll get blacklisted in the industry. Well, I think people have more self-control than that. Just because people are bugging you, I missed all the boons. I'm sorry, everybody. And I didn't double cast my thing. I'm sorry. I'm going to save GS5 this time. I think just because people are bugging you, it doesn't mean that you're going to tell them anything. I mean, jeez. I could use the spear to get one of them preemptively in as well. Like when Professor Mew goes up, I'm going to move him in. Oh, what the fuck? It's not up. Oh my god, and I GS5'd. I'm honestly so stupid. Fucking fool. It's okay, we got a chrono. Maybe he's got temporal curtain. I should at least do some damage. And I've blown all my DPS here, really. What have I got this time? That Aegis up for the team. We can try and get him in. Oh, they have break bars anyway. Alright, never mind. So much ado about nothing. They have break bars anyway. Dude, we're wiping. Lost my singularity. Dudes. Do you know what would have been nice here? Stand your ground. There's a Bane Signet though. There's natural break bar going down with it. See, a skill like this is just so shit competitively. I wonder if there should be a mechanic in the game. You know how, what's a good example? I guess maybe Headbutt is a good example. There are some skills that will, like, deal with specific boons or specific conditions. I wonder if Bane Signet shouldn't be, it shouldn't, like, be a rip mechanic. It shouldn't be rip boons and then knockdown, right? Which would be a way to get through all this relentless stability and Aegis and stuff. But I wonder if they should have like a mechanic that's like a bypass mechanic, right? Where it's like, if you Grandmaster trait Bane Signet, it ignores stability. Or something like that. Or baseline, it can ignore stability. There's a lot of skills like this, right? Single target. I mean, the cast time, it's got an animation. Like, maybe that could work, you know? If it was like, but this skill bypasses stability, and then you might actually be able to use it competitively. But it's literally one of the shittiest, most stupid ideas to run that at the moment. Maybe it's okay that it works in PvE, and then that's it, you know? That's another philosophy of balance. That's OP in PvP. Well, yeah, then you'd bump the cooldown up. Listen, guys, there's no such thing as pure OP, alright? There's no such thing. I'm gonna make that suggestion there. Does anyone want to tackle me on that? I think there is a discussion out there. Here's the hypothesis. Or no, not the hypothesis. What is it? Here's my opening statement, okay? There's no such thing as something being pure overpowered in this game, because it can always be cooldown matched to no longer be overpowered, alright? So basically, as strong as an effect is, if you put the long enough cooldown on it, it's not overpowered anymore. I'm talking kind of from a Conquest perspective right now, but maybe it's true everywhere. Alright, what do you think? Now, I don't disagree that the skill design might end up feeling a bit clunky if you've got these unwieldy kind of super long cooldown things that feel like you only get like one per match or something. I don't disagree with that some of it might end up feeling a bit clunky and you might want to avoid it for that reason. But in terms of pure power, seriously, I got fucking hit by that at the end? And I was in front? Smiter's Boon isn't an answer to that atrophy. Smiter's Boon is not... Oh! Yeah, it's not an answer because it's Guild Wars 1. But you're right. It may have been true that pure OP did exist in Guild Wars 1. But that's because you could bypass. It's not that the cooldown was meaningless. It's that you could delete the cooldown with something like Echo. Or you could delete the energy cost with Auspicious Incantation. Or you could delete the cast time with fucking fast casting. Notice how these are all Mesmer mechanics. That's the Mesmer main in me speaking, probably. But that was the thing with Smiter's Boon. That you could take Mesmer secondary and invalidate the whole game. It's always good to see how many problems Mesmer's caused this franchise over the years. I mean, Ellie kind of was similar as well, because you had the glyphs, right? So, like, glyph of renewal and whatnot. Dude, am I getting killed by this thing? What the fuck? Oh, and the team's not there yet. You think balance is irrelevant if it's not fun? If someone has an I-win button, it's not interactive and not fun? So tell me, what do you think about the Rampage thing? My feelings on Rampage is that they shouldn't hit the power coefficients. They should keep it nice and strong, but make it so that there's only like a few... Keep it as it is, maybe, even, right? And Rampage is not a full I-win button right now. Certainly in some matchups, it actually gets you killed to Rampage, right? Some matchups, it feels like an I-win button, don't get me wrong. And people don't like Rampage because it's an I-win button. But do you not acknowledge that if you get that I-win button much more rarely... We should just GG, guys. If everyone's dead, why are we trying to manually res this? Seriously? Just GG, Ratchy. There you go. If you can only press the I-win button twice a game, right? You can only literally swing like 2 engagements. Or if you Rampage early in your 1v1 so you don't have it while you're -1, or when you get your +1, which is like, you know, Warrior standard fare. If you only get it a couple of times a game, people are going to question if it's worth running, and you're not going to see it in every match anymore. And so now there's less Rampages being teched in the first place. And in the games, there's not so many Rampages. But it's a big fun moment to react to. You see a Rampage in a team fight, you're like, oh, fuck, this is it. Let's survive it. If we survive it and he gets no value out of it, we've made a huge play, you know? It feels good to not get fucked by Rampage because you know he doesn't have it for 200 seconds. Are we all pressing F? Oh, come on. Have I got to do 2 of them? Oh, my God. Did I just make a play there? Okay, wait. I need to cleanse, don't I? I can't cleanse. Why am I trying to do 2? What's everyone else doing? You think they should never have touched the original cooldown of 3 minutes? Here I'll cancel to do the symbol because it'll res me and all of them a bit. I don't understand, guys. All you had to do... No one went to the easiest one. Is the Portal Rewinder prototype available in here? If I was smarter, I would have had a light field. I could have blasted in it, got rid of the Emobe. Or even just direct F2, right? F2 cleanses Emobe, I think. It's like that mechanic there. The whole, like, F2 will remove Emobe. Or withdraw will remove Emobe. Or roll for initiative. Or... That bypass, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Just imagine that on an offensive version. It's basically saying condition ignored, right? Well, what about boon ignored? That's kind of my proposition. And you could do other things like a traded procession of blades will ignore retail. Maybe. Do you get what I mean? I was thinking flamethrower initially. But you have to be careful with stuff like that, because it's like countering the counter doesn't feel very fun. It's kind of the whole meld in shadows thing. The Deadeye Elite. It's like, well, look, I'm trying to counter you with reveal, and then you can just counter my counter. Like, is that fun? I think it kind of works. You just don't want to go too deep. I don't think you can go any deeper than countering the counter of the counter. I don't think that's wise. But I mean, there's something kind of cool about that to me. Headshot the Corona Burst so I don't get lock on, so that I can stealth out or some shit, you know? I don't know. No, that wouldn't even work. What's the counter of the counter of the counter? I don't know. Wild Blow removed Weakness and Blind, which no longer exists. Right, yeah, they have done little things. They've done definitely condition ignores, yeah. I wonder what other boon ignores would be good, though. Maybe like an Aegis ignoring effect. I'll tell you one thing that would be really good. If Meteor Shower could have retail ignore. Then you might actually see Starfellies a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, they're still going to get retail to shit with Pyroclastic and Lava Font and all that other stuff. How is it you know someone is specifically not looking at you? Something about their eyes. You can just tell they are purposely looking past you. What? Yeah, well, our eyes look different focusing at different levels, don't they? Rampage, flavor-wise, Rampage is more of a power boost than a bunch of CCs. What? Oh, flavor-wise. Yeah, I guess. It's so polarizing in Warrior 1v1s because you get weight out stability and shield block and win with it. If it wasn't for CCs, it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. I think it needs impact. I think the CCs are good. I think the damage is good. I think it's a little bit... the cooldown it currently has... I would like it if it was... I don't know, though. Because the thing is, guys, I like big, meaty, awesome fucking skills. I really do. I would sooner buff Tornado to Rampage levels than I would nerf Rampage to Tornado levels. Does that make sense? Because I think it's worth having these like cool things to look at and enjoy and like experience in the game. I want actual moments. I don't want everything to just be like a blob of, you know, generic, hardly deviating gameplay, you know. I just want there to be trade-off for taking stuff like that. If I don't use my Tornado well, I should be punished for it. Like, seriously, it should matter. That's all. That's the whole thing to me. It's just, I'm okay with big moments, though. I can just sword 2 through, right? No, this is the funniest trailer I ever saw. I named the episode Edgy in the name before it came out, and man, I was on the money. The only thing I can say for now, beside even the trailer's writing is bad, is this this is where the Heart of Thorns Azeroth beam ability is going after BFA. Happy face, happy face, happy face, happy face, happy face. I don't know what you're talking about because I haven't seen the trailer, but yeah. Yeah, maybe Mr. Fantasia. I think it already is probably about 6. I don't think they get 10 a game. I don't think so. I don't think you're going to get 10 rampages in an average of 9-minute games. Like, meaningful rampages, I don't think you're getting that. I think they get about 6 a game. Probably a kind of a spammy game. I would rather that go down to 1 or 2 a game. Meaningful rampages a game, 1 or 2. And so if we assume the average game is 10 minutes and the longest games are 15, I think about a 3-minute cooldown is about appropriate. That's 2 or 3 rampages in the whole match. I think that's appropriate. What's interesting to me as well, right, is despite all the power creep and the shifting of the game, right, the one thing that has always remained, despite the fact people move around maps faster and the importance of respawns and all that kind of stuff is all totally fucked with and changed now, the actual duration of a Conquest game has never changed. What the devs considered to be a competitive Conquest game is the same today as it was almost a decade ago in the 2010 previews, okay? 15 minutes. And so you wouldn't think that there should be many big cooldown changes. That means that they had assessed cooldown versus game length for a vanilla skill like Rampage way back when. And the initial implementation, they were happy exactly with that few rampages per game. Like, they had figured that out, and you know that they had the competitive balance more in mind back then. That was like a verified, vetted, tried and true thing, balance, you know? And then they just kind of went wild with it. They went hog wild. What's good? Like the build series you made recently? Thank you very much. Alright, so I can break this with this. Quickness Bane Signet triggers pretty quick. That's good. Oh shit. Okay, I've put a lot of symbols up. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. I forgot about the mechanic completely. Yeah, let's just GG that, I guess. It's easier to just go again. We need to bait the first block anyway, don't we? This set today hasn't been going as well. Edgy is not a meaningful criticism because it can be applied to anything that is even remotely dark in atmosphere. Edgy isn't even a criticism. I don't. If someone says that the trailer's edgy, I don't see that as a criticism. I like edgy. I'm not ashamed of liking edgy. Is this right with the fucking ooze in here? I'm not gonna drop any symbols until I see his thing. Actually, if we break the bar, which we did, I'll burst him here, and then I'll stop. I'm gonna save my thing. Okay, stopping. Oh, wait, maybe. I'm not gonna push it until later. We'll heal that guy. Wait, we gotta hit these though, don't we? Fuck, dude, I can't remember how this fucking engagement works. Someone else is triggering the explosions now. Okay, he's healed. Okay, try again, I guess. Very minimal boons here. Bane Signet. No, everyone's dying. Let's go again. Guys, all I think we have to do is just aggro him, wait for the block, and then go in for the damage, alright? Just wait for his opening block before you do anything. Just wait for him to block, yeah? And then burst him afterwards. I think that the mini ooze only come in after he starts getting low, but we should global him at that point. Before that's relevant, okay? So just wait for all the oozes to disappear. Just aggro him and just boon up after we've aggroed him, yeah? And then when the block's done, then we just go bombing in. Okay, people are telling me that I'm wrong and they want to burst him in the first phase. Okay, they want to have a discussion about how to go ahead, so I'm just going to sit here until they figure it out. I'll look at chat instead. I think people say edgy to mean a juvenile kind of writing angst that wallows in sadness instead of using it as a springboard for more meaningful stories. I don't think the trailer is edgy, but that's what some think of when they say edgy. Oh, for sure. Okay, they're saying do it after the block. Yeah, don't waste your CCs. Just wait. I mean, actually, that's not really a waste. It's fine, just wait. Heal Ratchi, because Ratchi's like getting bombed somehow. Does Ratchi have no AR? Why'd you time warp already? Our Berserker's dead already. I guess we can kill this. There's the block. Dude, why are we 2 dead already? We're not going to do it with 2 players dead. What are you guys doing? Why don't you just stand away from the boss and not get attacked? They have 54 AR, that's why. Oh, yeah, and you mentioned that. You did mention that. And this guy's only got 150. This is the... Oh, so Ratchy was the Berserker yesterday. Ratchy, why are you doing T4s with only 50 AR? I don't mind doing it one day, but isn't this your 3rd set? Alright, let's try again. Why don't you get more AR between the streams? Alright, I'm just going to aggro it. Just hit the oozes. Just stay away from the boss. Heal up. Stay with the team so that you don't get blown up. Do we not have a support either? Is that the thing? There's the block. Just wait for it now. And then we just go bombing in. So boon up. Okay. Break bars down. So just hit it now. Oh, I should have put my F1 on. And everything should die as it comes in here. Damn, I couldn't get my thing up. Dude, I can't believe I died there. What the fuck? I guess... Oh, and he full healed. Yeah, he has protection. We need sword autos or something. Yeah, or Spellbreaker would rip those boons for sure. It's not edgy at all. They're going for a creepy horror vibe, and I think they're doing okay at it so far. You might want to try dealing with the first veteran and then burning the boss. Yeah, we could do it that way. This guy swapped to Druid as well, actually, I think. Oh, no, he's on Soul Beast. Oh, there you go. He's swapping to Druid now. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what the trader is, but, you know, if creepy is not the same as edgy or whatever, I mean, that's fair, I guess. But to me, even if it is edgy, I sort of don't care. I like edgy. I like things a bit depressing. I like them being a bit sharp. I like them, you know. If there's nothing more substantive to them whatsoever, then obviously that's a problem. But, you know, as a flavor, as a coat of paint, I don't mind black. Cleavage Tenchi says, I think you like it. I'm glad. I'm glad, man. Are we all here? What's going on? This guy's not here. This guy's not here. We have a Reaper now. Oh, it's Butter Peanut. It's good to see you, dude. 3 months. 5 total. 3 month streak. That's awesome, man. A little edginess keeps us sharp, keeps us safe. Bang our wooden bringer. When I think edgy, I don't think horror. I think 90s comic books where all the protagonists are all grimdark and are all eager to kill with zero remorse. And they're all anti-heroes. And only heroes by virtue of the bad guys being even worse. That's a good description of an anti-hero. Very concise. An anti-hero is only a hero by virtue of the bad guys being worse than them. It's kind of a good description. Alright, how many people do I count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's our 5th? Who's number 5? It's this person, Larry and Essa. With now only 5 AR. How is this a good idea? I guess it doesn't matter at this level. Alright, let's go. If you're getting one shot anyway, then whatever. Alright, wait for the block. And while the block's going on, if he does the big ooze... you could kill that ooze. Dude, why do we break the bar? We can't break it for the actual burn now. There's the blocks. Alright, there you go. Oh shit, they already got it. Well done. Should've used F1 for that pull. Maybe we need to be on this. I'm gonna Bane Signet this. Nope. Oh shit, that's the blocks again. Fuck. Seriously? Alright, we got the stun on that. And it's dead. Alright, good. That sneaky little F1 and Bane Signet on the guy coming in, and then the soft CC broke the bar. Just about held us in that. What's my thoughts on recommended fractals? I think the whole daily system in fractals is a bit convoluted, and there's a bit much going on. But, you know, doing 6 islands a day is a little bit heavy, maybe just a little bit, but overall is pretty good. And then having daily repeatable CMs, I very much enjoy as well. Is someone just going to solo that room? Am I going to give out another classic try when the PvP system comes out? Phase 2 is on the 14th, which will turn the world into a war zone. Fuck, it's in 2 days. Phase 2 is in 4 days. Oh, actually, that could be kind of good. What if I work on my review again, and then I release it right as Phase 2 comes out? There'll be a lot of people interested in it at that point. I'll have to rewrite it. Parts of that script are talking about how I've been playing only for, you know, how the game came out like 3 weeks ago. And now that's too old, fuck's sake. I don't remember any of this bullshit. I really don't. I haven't done this room for ages. Battlegrounds of Phase 3. I don't really know what those are, but yeah. Hey WP, thanks for the recent Warrior PvE build video. Been running a recommended build and it's been really, really great. Awesome, man. Tell me more. What were you running before? And what's great about it? Dude, really? The guy at number 1 doesn't need to be there anymore because you're just opening the door to where I am. All right, never mind. When can we expect the last Necro build out? Probably in a few days. I haven't actually really started on it yet, but I know what I'm doing with it, so it's not a big deal. All right, let's just try and kill it. We should stay together. Can my traps actually trigger on this boss? I guess not. Dude, social awkwardness here is super annoying. Pushed me into the Thormanova anomaly, which then interrupted my skill. And again, like, I'm not WASDing here, just the other players. Okay, one of our allies just deleted all the platforms next to us. So good job with that. Another one of our allies deleted all the platforms next to us. And now that ally deleted the platforms on me. Okay, social awkwardness will not let us stack, so I just need to spread out a bit. Before I was running a greatsword and longbow build. The damage seemed fine on greatsword, but longbow was horribly anemic. Yeah, longbow's got a long way to go at the moment. Also, never really felt like I had that much utility for CC, which I think Warrior shines with. The Mace Axe set is super effective. Also, the Might seems to come easier now than how I was running. I'm really glad to hear that. Probably my biggest improvement is the swap to Marauder gear. That vitality really comes in handy. I'm glad, dude. I'm really glad you made that decision, because the video itself, I don't think I'm in Marauder. So that means you watched the gear video and you made your own subjective decision based on the information there to run Marauder, which is awesome. Which means you thought for yourself and you used the information to find your own solution. That's awesome. I personally wouldn't do Marauder on a Warrior because you already get a lot of vitality. But I mean, if you like the idea of having so much health, then yeah, fuck it, go for it. That's awesome, man. Okay, there we go. We're done. They were a bit painful, really. Just a little bit. Let's see what else we can do just before nipping off here, and we'll look at this trailer and figure this stuff out. Thank you, guys. That was awesome. We got 2 mails here today. Monthly $5. Another donation. I've been looking at my AP progress. This is Ada, by the way. It's good to see you. And would I like any tips on getting shield? What profession would be best? I think the best one for shield is Guardian, because shield 4 has a packet of damage on it, and it can hit 5 targets. It's a cone. So you can use that on like rats or spiders or the crows in Bloodtide Coast. Maybe there's some expansion areas that are better with it. And yeah, you just spam that shield 4 out. And when I say spam, it takes a long time because the cooldown on shield 4 is quite high. But that is the best way to get shield master as far as I remember. Chrono with Tides of Time might be a lower cooldown nowadays. Well, my mindset with this is kind of vanilla. And Tides of Time might be able to hit more targets. I don't know though, is Tides of Time just a stun? Or is there a little bit of damage on it too? I think there is a little bit of damage on it, I think. So that might be better. And, of course, with Generation 2, they never added anyone with shield. There's no new shield builds as of Path of Fire, so you're kind of stuck, really. Yeah, Demon King Taku says Chrono. So, yeah, Chrono's probably the better way. Thanks for doing Master. And they have done language studies and what you're talking about. That's why people say IQ tests are biased towards English. Thanks for doing Master. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you so much. Wow, look at all these keys. And 150 gold. This is amazing of you. Thank you so much, Ada. Thank you. Sorry you had to wait an hour for an answer there. I am really sorry. Oh, okay. All right. So, I guess we'll just move on with that. Now, what I want to do here is... Oh, fuck it. Someone would have seen. So, basically, yeah, one of those other little mails there, I got the Ice Brood code. But I've just clicked that on stream, so... Anyone can go look at that on the VOD now and claim it. I'm really sorry, but it's there. And I'd rather say it out loud so that everyone has a fair shot. So go for it, guys. Good luck to all of you. I'm really sorry. I wish I hadn't clicked that on stream. But if you send me a naked mail with that code info, someone's going to see it and go to the VOD and they're gonna fix it up. So, yeah, thank you, though. That's very, very lovely. I actually already have an Ice Brood Ogre. So, sorry that kind of got pissed into the wind there. Okay, so let's open all of these. This character's inventory has been nuked from just a couple of days of Fractals. Any gold weapons? Nope. Don't really want the keys on this character for what it's worth. So, let's grab this. Go here, type key, deposit all of these. We'll put those on the other character later. Oh, I got 6 boxes here. They're initiate boxes. They're not going to give us gold or anything. Pissing into the wind isn't bad. It's sharing openly. I thought pissing into the wind was like a self-damaging act, because the idea is the wind blows the piss back all over you. Okay, right, legendary weapons. T1, the Howler, with the Wolf Totem stuff, or T1 Frostfang, or T1 Quip. Let's go get the Harpy Pheromones. Let's start that off with Quip, and we'll buy a stack now. Who do we want to do it on? Probably Liss. Let's go do that. Peeing into the wind, like most things, is all about positioning. So when did this trailer come out? Was it right as I went live? Or was it an hour before I went live? When exactly did it come out? Excuse me. Harpy Pheromones. We need to do the Harpy event at the wall on Blaze Ridge. So it's about here. It was close to when I went live. My dad used to say, like a blind man pissing into the wind and saying it's all coming back to me now. That's funny. It was a couple of hours before I went live. 3 hours before. Holy shit. So if I had been awake, I could have seen that and made a video before the stream. That would have been good. Later stream, has anyone mentioned Crystal leaving? Yeah, I did earlier, actually. I mentioned how I was talking about it with Boots. Fuck, wait, what? Am I crazy? I thought his little thing was here, wasn't it? Isn't his little camp? Am I on the wrong map? No, I'm not on the wrong map. It's not actually a heart, that's the thing, right? It's just an event area. It's not at the Shatter area. I would have thought it was next to it. Oh, here he is. His walk. Here we go. This is it. You guys can do this with me if you like. If not just for the collection, this is a pretty fun little thing. I must get this project moving. I already have one assistant. If you join us, we can get started right away. You're doing the right thing. I suggest you pay a mortal visit to those harpies over there. Go on, don't be shy. So we kill the harpies, get the harpy glands. It's too big for the raptor to walk through and jump up, so. Is this the other volunteer, Una Ettenbreaker? This is kind of an annoying event, actually, when it scales up, if I remember rightly. Yeah, it is a funny one, Costage. I agree, dude. I agree. Nah, I don't want to watch the trailer on stream because there's only like a handful of you that come to the stream. But like everyone's going to want me to watch it on YouTube. So I would rather do my normal format over on YouTube. Which is the more important thing to do. There you go. Cato just claimed your Ice Brood code. Do it? Alright, so he's claimed it. So Cato took your code. Let's see now. Don't know if you've already seen this, but if you need a mini from Quiznos, the promotion hit code is this. This is already claimed. This is from Netco. If you already have it, just give it to someone on stream, he said. Okay, there you go. So Netco, someone in my party did grab it. 80 Langs grabbed it. So, sorry about that. I would rather have given that out in a more fair way or whatever, but if I just click and see it, and, you know, it's going to be on screen and someone's going to sneakily do it. So, there you go. Sorry about that, everybody. But there you have it. And congrats, I guess, to Cato. There's posts on Reddit where people have hundreds of codes to give out. Wow, really? Hundreds? I wonder what... Do they just eat a lot of sandwiches? Or is there something more going on there? That's pretty funny. Man, it's only 6 o'clock, but it feels late at night to me right now. Nighttime's so shit compared to day, right? Like, at least as the day progresses, you get a sense of difference, you know? Sun comes through the clouds at 1 hour, then it's not another, and then this, you know, if dusk feels a bit different to dawn and the height of the afternoon. Meanwhile, in winter, when it's just dark out all the time, you don't even really get any weather variance anymore. You get nothing. It's just dark. That's it. Blackness. And then maybe it will have some rain on your window. And that's what you've got to differentiate your lovely day. Ink says, I want you to know that Cougar taught me how to be a master Firebrand, and I'm coming for you in PvP. Really, Ink? So have you picked up which variant of Firebrand, though? There's, like, lots of variants. I think there's 3, at least, legit variants of Firebrand that you could be playing. I wonder which one you're on. I got another 50% damaged game on a Firebrand build yesterday. Do you guys want to see it? Well, should I do that on stream? Yeah, maybe I will, actually. I think it might actually kind of work. Do you guys want to watch a PvP game? It's on the ridiculous, like, burn build that I was talking about yesterday, but I haven't given you any footage of. And it's an over 50% damage match. Where the fuck is Walk again? He's here. Only if it's Deadeye. Dude, I've been doing good on Deadeye as well. I don't think I have any gameplay of that, but, fuck, that build is so detestable. It's like a shit build, though, because you just stealth all the time, so everyone else is taking all this insane aggro. And unless you play high tempo, which it's so easy to not do on that build, you just kind of get everyone fucked. But it's like, hee, I got a one-shot. I genuinely think it's better at trolling far or, you know, sort of semi-side-noding in a weird way than it is actually, like, being at the big engagements. Because you get weird obstructs and... there's blocks everywhere and reflects, and it's just, and you're very squishy. It just feels better to just fucking keep one-shotting an individual as he tries to cap a node, and then leave a neutral, just go troll something else. It's a weird fucking playstyle. I'm definitely not value on the build, but I have started being able to quite consistently blow people up now. And not die. PvP versus Inks. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not going to PvP Inks. I don't know how new he is to it. Here, I'll show you guys how to get more than 50% team damage on a Firebrand. Give me 1 second. Let me just figure out which video file it is exactly. It's fucking hilarious. And I wish I, but hold on. It's a really long video file. And I would need to scrub to the middle. How do I even do that, though? Oh, I think I've got a way I can do it. I've got a way. Hold on. First, I just need to find the footage. Then I need to scroll to the actual match. Oh, wait. Let me buy the harpy pheromones as well. Fuck, where's Walk? Dude, where is he? He goes to a tent, doesn't he, to sell us things? He's here. Dude, you selling? Dude, come on now. Fuck, we've got to wait for the thing now. What? He only sells for like 2 seconds. Maybe we wait. Maybe he's in a little cutscene. My time is precious. Does a harpy come over to him? Oh, I got distracted. Alright, hold on. Wait one moment, guys. Just muting the desktop. Let me check. Is it this file? I mean, the game I got over 50% on. I think was kind of a bit of a slam dunk. Oh. Yeah, that's Ventura's voice. Hold on. Give me 1 second. No, that one was only 30%. So that's good. That's not too fucking crazy. Oh, yeah. It's kind of a spawn cat. Look, I played a lot of games. The one I got over 50% wasn't really a real game. I can show it to you guys anyway if you want. Yeah, I remember this. This was after we blew them up mid. I don't know. This isn't actually going to be that entertaining. I mean, I can show you anyway, I guess. So let me see. Oh, I need to rescue Wick. Oh, okay. Hold on. The event's still going. So let's just do this first. Everyone can play Deadeye. It's dog shit, so no one bothers. Yeah, it is a weird thing where I think it is so low impact. Deadeye is, I really think, the only way to get value out of especially like the really cheesy version of it, a rifle Deadeye, is to try and be a bit more side heavy with it. But I don't know. I think there's just better. I don't know what I'm talking about with Deadeye, to be honest. I'd rather not randomly just come out with thoughts off the top of my head when I don't actually have the requisite experience. Alright, we'll rescue him, we'll buy the pheromones, and then we'll watch this match. I'll maybe show you the 50% damage, and then I'll show you like a real game. Yes, Walk. Very impressive. No, I haven't seen the trailer at all. I don't know where the new map is. I don't know anything. Walk is acting pretty sweet. He sounds the way an Sir should. Yeah, maybe. By the way, I thought of an idea for a new challenge. What about using that feline tonic to beat Guild Wars 2 as a feline? What do you guys think? The extra life tonic? Might be fun. Might be worth doing. Wait, what? That tonic has a load of skips for things? You can't beat... Well, look, yeah, the Zaitan bit would be excluded. Any forced interactable would be excluded. Same as the Ranger challenge. I'm going to buy a stack just because we drink one and get the first ding, I think. Oh, there you go. Oh, Storm wanted it as well. I don't know why. Alright, okay, so to do this, what I need to do is move that. And then we can keep the soothing sounds of Ascalon in the background as we do this. Then I need to open this. Oh my god, my taskbar's in a really, really janky, crazy place. Okay, that's good. Alright, so the story here is on the opening mid, we just blew this guy up. I've got Noct supporting me here, by the way. Because this is the new Scourge. And so then we just pushed to Snowball, but we let one of them leak, so it's a little bit iffy. But here, so check this out. Studio. Let me get Twitch chat up. Let me move that there. Let me move that there. Okay, now we go ads, desktop capture. Okay. And then we transition in. Alright, so that's good. And then we need to shrink that down. There you go. Alright, so here you go. And then if I just hit play. Alright, yeah, so anyway, we pushed to fast. So this is basically just big burns. So basically the idea here is you use F1. You use F1 to so there I got 9 burns on the go. Basically, press the 2 mantras together. You got cover condies with chill, cripple, weakness, blind, bleed, and you just play this as basically the Roman damage. The thing is, it does have enough cover condi and reapplication to not get completely cleansed. The thing is, it has no corrupts, right? So like that's a big deal. It does have reasonable weakness. So here, for example, I'm gonna leave this Rev and let him try to res. We're kind of zerging it far here. But I'm going to leave him, because what I want them to do is try and res it. And in any kind of AoE scenario, we get permeating wrath value. So if you look, I've put 14, 17 burns on the Scourge, and then the Scourge is dead. And then if the Scourge tries to res, you can do the same. So this is kind of like Fireweaver, in that if someone goes down state, you kind of just blow people up super quickly here. So again, like I'm trying to leave him at a bit of health. I'm just trying to spawn camp. The thing is, we never really kept close. So here, look, let the Scourge get really high. Let the Rev go for it. Precast the Axe 2 into a JI. The Rev knows it's dangerous. I get my Firebrand's staff line down for another free interrupt. He leaks a little bit. Can do the CC. I mean, the Rev surely should. The Rev can't actually counter pressure too well because I have support, but I mean, she should have been doing something more there. So yeah, this guy comes out. That other guy tries to. So anyway, this is the 50% game, but it's not really a game because I think my warrior is about to cap close now, and then we just spawn camp. You can see the Scourge is rezzing again, so got to be careful. The thing is, you kind of don't want to use the last mantras. If you do use the last mantras, it's very very, very dangerous, very powerful. But the downside is you're on recharge for ages. So here I don't even have my mantras. But we'll just use Axe 2. Get into F1. And again, like, the damage is a bit nuts. We get a triple kill there. And then I think the game's pretty much over. And that this was a 50%. I actually had a real 50% on Core Guard, which I never record. Like, it was like a 400 point to 500 point game on Core Guard, which was fucking crazy. So anyway, this guy moves in. I kind of misclicked with my axe there. There you can see I did not dodge. I ate a full Core Guard burst. And I wasn't being supported. And I didn't die, which is kind of nice, to be honest. It means that I'm actually sturdy enough that, you know... This is not squishy, right? That's the thing. You could build this way squishier, but it's not so squishy that it can't actually receive support. It will receive support. It's got 22k health. I mean, some of the Scourge variants that were good before Scourge got gutted could go up to like 29, right? Because you'd have like Balthazar runes, which is 10% more. You could take the trait that gave you vitality. You know, you could get a lot of health, and that was pretty meaningful. But yeah, we're getting decapped again. I mean, I don't know. This isn't, like I say, this isn't really a game. Also, I'm not like try-harding, by the way. Like, you shouldn't really look too much at the rotations and stuff here. But yeah, it's just a little bit of an example. So anyway, that's a core guard, right? So he cleanses a lot. So his friend auto dies, but he got a big contemplation of purity. So we have to go another wave. So you might think, well, look, burn guard can't do anything, right? Because they just cleanse once and it's done. That's not really true. He's got 10, 11 burns on him in downstay again. I think you can meaningfully cover, and I think you can readily reapply. Also, so it's a very slow build, but if you use F2-4 or F2-3 and your support does a little bit on you, you can make sure that your support gives you a reasonable amount of swiftness. So here again, we're just trying to troll for a big kill. Just leave him as high as possible. And then, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that Necro is a bot, to be honest with you. So, I mean, the spike is very, very, very heavy. This is one of those builds that farms noobs better than others. Like, obviously, I'm against noobs here. There, this is a defense warrior. Usually, would have got pulled in. That's why I did the Axe 2 there. Defense warrior melts. Ash of the Just is really good as well. Like, in a team fight, Ash of the Just bumps this damage even higher. I was thinking of maybe making a video about this build. And maybe making a video about the Deadeye build. There I missed my Axe 2, but I kind of needed to get into F2 to not die, because I went a bit deep. Now my support comes in. We got a kill anyway. I missed my shield 5 there. It would have been better if I waited a second for after his dodge. Get another one. We've obviously got a warrior with us here now. Still eating quite a lot of pressure. I need to kite. It's quite nice having JI and swords to like create gaps. You're not really seeing any of it in this game, but when you are pressured, you can kite around. It's not bad. And yeah, anyway, so that's 50. If you look at personal total there, it says 51.7%. But I mean, it's not really relevant, to be honest with you. Let's turn off that now and let's go back in. Maybe I would do a video on a real game as well where this was actually carrying properly, but maybe we'll do that on Wooden Potatoes 2 or something. But I'm a believer in the Burn Firebrand. I really am. I'm a believer in Burn Brand. I really am. Core Guard doesn't do good burst, at least from the majority of people. Do you think? I really, really like the Core Guard burst. Are you saying it's good, you just don't think most people know how to do it? I really do like Core Guard burst. Mind you, one of the guys I was playing with yesterday said he wasn't running the Immob on F1 trait because it wasn't working for him, which just blew my mind. Because, what? Like, that trait's insanely good. Alright, so let's go back to Quip here. Birding with Modnir Olgoth. Throw a jar of Harpy Pheromones at the Modnir Olgoth in Harathi Hinterlands. Tider, Mitrin. Alright, we got to remember that. Molten Firestorm. Molten Berserker. The Champion Gruul Shaman. We could have done that yesterday. Laugh at Marcelo Dio... I never know how to say his name. Diacomo in Lion's Arch. Okay, where is he? I guess we can do the laughing, right? That's not a big deal. Do I play Power Rev? A little bit, not really. I've tried to get good at it. The thing is, I very much tunnel vision on my skills, my legend swap cooldown, my energy and stuff way too much, so I become a very trash player because I don't sort of watch what people are doing ever. I find it really, really hard to have good sense of what's going on around me while playing a Rev because I'm just, it's that non-intuitive to me. Yeah, well, I like Core Guard because it just feels so sturdy, you know? It feels like it shreds the condies well, it resustains pretty well. You know, quite often on Core Guard, you come out with, like, top healing. Like, that's not a joke. You really do. And the reason you do is because it fucking resustains pretty hard, you know? It's got all the tools to get in and out. I can't believe that I ever tried to make hammer work because I love Greatsword on that build at the moment. I don't know where he is. Oh, here he is. So just laugh at. Do I need to do slash laugh at? This is crazy. Let's see, right? Regular laugh didn't do anything, but slash laugh at. No, didn't. Maybe it's not working because he was in a little conversation with Herotron. I don't think I could take... Sorry, what's this? Do I need to be in the pheromones at the time? Maybe after a certain moment? He was moved over slightly after the August 8th, 2017 update. You still need to laugh in his old location to receive credit. His previous location is down the stairs, southeast of Captain Keel's office. Really? So here's our office, down the stairs, southeast. So did he used to be standing here? This is her office, southeast. In the middle. Dude, what? Oh, ArenaNet. Oh, this is not. Maybe these stairs. Oh, here we go. These stairs here. Holy shit. Thank God for the wiki. That is possibly one of the most broken things in the game. Like, genuinely, like a serious issue that they probably should look at. I mean, I know it's fringe content, but still, wow. I don't think my heart could take another soul-crushing WP journey through Corteria. I admire the Let's Play, but the no-skill challenge and the revelations within, like the copy-pasting Josie's dialogue for EOF, was sad to see as the Russian writing became evident. Although I still think it'd be funny if the devs nodded at the Nightmare Court on Gruul rant and actually gave us some Gruul lore in relation to Nightmare. Dude, I love that you remember those things. He's pointing out that there's one of the active effects on the Nightmare Court. If you mouse over it, it says that it's on a Gruul frenzy. Because they clearly just copy-pasted a Gruul mechanic onto the Nightmare Court, and then you can see it. Yeah, I don't know, though. The Feline Tonic, I feel like it would be kind of fun to maybe try and beat the game on that. You watched it a few days ago, did you really? Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the cat playthrough idea. It's a thing, for sure. Alright, guys, look. We've gone about an hour and a half. The trailer's up. I did say I wanted to do this one a little bit shorter, so that is exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to chill out now. I'm going to go watch the trailer and going to go make a video about it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Sorry I didn't do the actual game. Maybe I'll put that up on WP2, or we'll prep it for tomorrow's stream. But, yeah, thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It's been wonderful. Lots of fun, and I will see you tomorrow. Same time every day. So cheers, guys. Thanks so much for the donations as well. The in-game and the friggin' the $25. That was really lovely of you. Cheers. Ta-ta, guys. And I will see you on the next one. Later.